Welcome to Research Talk. We are in the process of learning how to write phenomenological writing, how to write your phenomenological study. In our previous two videos, we talked about heuristic writing, and then we talked about experiential draft writing. In this video, we are going to learn about how to do thematic writing. As the word itself suggests, thematic writing is about writing the core structure of the meanings, writing about the essence that we see in the meanings that participants have shared. So we focus on core meanings. Some people call it themes, which is like if you are collecting data from, let's say, 5-10 participants who have lived through that experience, then what we do during our data analysis, we try to look at the themes that emerge from the data. And let's say, you remember we did whole analysis. That analysis will lead to identifying certain themes from the data. And we call it core meanings, themes emerging from the data. So that's what you identify first. So let's say you have identified 5 themes or 4 themes. Once you have identified the themes, then the next step is doing thematic writing. So in thematic writing, what you do is basically describe those themes which is emerging from the data. What are some essential meanings which are common across all participants? So in a way, thematic writing, you are focusing on essence of the phenomenon, essence of the meaning, the core structure of the meanings that participants are reporting in their data. One thing to keep in mind that experiential writing and thematic writing, they go together. So when you are describing a theme, you are going to insert anecdotal experiences that you already practiced in the second video about experiential writing. So these two writings go together, and when you describe your theme, obviously you introduce the theme, you talk about what this theme is about, you describe in detail, and then you provide anecdotal evidence from the data to support your themes. Let's understand this thematic writing with an example. Let's say you are interested in understanding doctoral students' lived experiences with their advisors and how they experience when they get feedback from their advisors. So how this relationship between doctoral student and their advisors. So when you are doing a thematic draft writing, you can focus on how students experience receiving critical feedback during the dissertation process. So let's look at this example, which is a theme which is emerging from the data. A central theme that emerges in doctoral student experience of receiving feedback is growth through discomfort. Students often described feedback sessions as moments of cognitive dissonance, where their initial reaction was one of defensiveness or frustration. One participant reflected on receiving extensive revisions, noting that the feedback felt like a personal critique at first. So you see what is happening here. You introduce the theme, and then you insert an example, an anecdote, an experiential writing from the data. So one participant reflected on receiving extensive revisions, noting that the feedback felt like a personal critique at first. However, over time, the theme of growth emerged as the student reinterpreted the feedback, recognizing it as a necessary discomfort that ultimately pushed them to deepen their scholarship. The tension between emotional discomfort and intellectual growth became a defining aspect of the feedback process, revealing that learning often occurs in moments of friction. So here, the theme of growth through discomfort captures the essential meaning of receiving feedback. It highlights the transformative tension between feeling challenged and using that challenge as a catalyst for personal and academic scholastic growth. So this example helps to delineate that how you write your thematic draft. So thematic draft is like the third draft that you prepare, where you introduce each theme, you describe the theme, and then you use some experiential anecdotal evidence to support your theme. And that's how you write all the themes. Let's say you are coming up with 5 themes, then you write all these in a draft manner. So we have covered that you start your writing first with heuristic draft, where you introduce the central phenomenological question that you are exploring in a way to instill wonder and curiosity. And then the next step, the next draft, you focus on experiential writing, where you collect some significant anecdotal experiences and you write a draft delineating those experiences. And then finally, the third one is thematic writing, where you, after your data analysis, using whole part whole analysis, you identify certain themes and then you write those themes, where you introduce the theme, you describe the theme, and then you insert these experiential writing draft in those write-up to support those themes that you are talking about. So these are the 3 steps. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the 4th step of draft writing. Till then, have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.